Hey guys, what is up? And oh my god, I just saw Godzilla like 2 hours ago. It was awesome. Recommend you check it out. Yeah, sure, there are not some things that maintain like its origin. Like, spoiler alert, skip ahead like 10 seconds, starting now. Godzilla in this movie is actually an anti-hero instead of the main villain and protagonist. So, yeah, that's something that they're looking forward to. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I just wanted to talk about that. So hopefully you skipped that if you didn't want to hear a spoiler. Anyway, I didn't even want to make this vlog, to be honest, but I swore to you, I didn't swear, but I promised you guys that you guys would have my final word on Friday. I am actually recording this on Friday. If it's uploaded on Saturday, um, I don't know. I'm sorry I didn't get this to you earlier. Yeah. So, my final word on it. Well, here's the thing, like, um, I am trying to restructure a lot of things at Modium. So, actually, right now, my final word on it is no, we're not gonna, like, shut down the company forever. In fact, we are gonna divide the company. We're gonna, like, open up 4 departments instead of the old 3 back in the day. And these 4 new departments are, no, these 4 departments are gaming, animation, music, and parkour. I'll tell you who runs these things. Kevin runs gaming, Danny runs animation, Miguel runs music, and Nico runs the parkour division. And that's honestly, like, reason being is because, like, I can't really take care of everything myself. And, not only that, but I actually asked everybody about the titles, things that Jaden insists that everyone has. And to be honest, out of everyone I asked, not one of them actually cared if I gave him a title or not. But, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Now, what's actually going to happen with the VP spot? I actually have no intention on bringing that back up. The time that I given Jaden to actually use it, it wasn't really worth it. I mean, like, yeah, I do feel like he can be a really good VP in his own perspective, but I just did not like the way, personally, that he run it. And not only that, but I don't need a VP, honestly. I don't, I want to run the company. And, like, if I only die, and, like, here's the truth, that I'm always going to run the company, whether I'm working at the studio or somewhere else. Say I go to Mexico. I'm going to be running the studio from there because basically Modium Studio is a burden that I have created, and it's a burden that I'm carrying on for you guys because I feel that it should be carried. I can't do everything myself yet, but I don't feel any need to have a VP. In fact, I probably never should have even made the idea to begin with. Only reason I did was because I thought I was going to be signed on to Fullscreen forever. Turns out that only my paycheck and everything that I earn and all the music that I use was just signed on. The production studio that I have can remain where it is. And yeah, that's kind of the truth. However, I do have a couple contracts. I do have a clause in my Fullscreen contract to actually work at this for the studio, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm happy where I am. Yeah, sure, it's a higher position than I ever had, but I'd rather be the one running the small company Modium instead of working at a big company because I don't want to be the person who's helping the person who's helping the person helping the person who's doing the thing. I want to be the person that's doing the thing, and that's kind of why I build Modium, so everyone's always doing the thing. Yeah. But, however, I am still reconstructing the studio because I have to reconstruct it in order for it to fit my needs. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure not even, I had to, like, ask everyone how they want the studio to be run with all these new changes that are happening. So, just temporarily, for the rest of the month of May, Modium Studio is going through a temporary shutdown. This is gonna take place from June 17th. We're gonna shut down everything till on the 17th, and we are gonna keep it shut down till the 31st. Then on June 1st, we're gonna reopen with a brand new studio. Not brand new, but you get it. Not only that, but it gives us some time to figure out what would actually happen in Modium Studio shutdowns. Who knows? Jaden might actually create a temporary studio. Same goes for Miguel, because he wanted to do Princess Op Studios, but that thing's been delayed for like 5 months. Now he can redo it if he really wants to have Princess Op Studios, an actual thing. And yeah, that's actually where I'm going. But I want to clarify something. I have looked into it, and the truth is that Modium Studios will not shut down. Like, if I continue on this path, if I literally feel comfortable with the studio, you're gonna see the studio here for the next 5 years. We're not going anywhere for another 5 years. And maybe even after that, we're gonna continue. I mean, it really depends on, like, what happens. Not only that, but you're gonna see everyone here throughout 2014, because they're signing on until 2015. So, Miguel's gonna be here, Kevin's gonna be here, nothing is gonna change. Not only that, but Jaden's gonna be here till 2016, so don't worry about him. But here's the thing. What if Modium Studios actually shut down at one point, and Jaden actually created this studio, because, I don't know, he keeps saying that he'll do it, blah blah blah. I don't know, to be honest, but what would happen if that happened? Like, would I join it? Truth is that, say Modium Studio shut down. The difference between Jaden and me, actually pretty much everyone, is that, unfortunately, is that I have other options. I can join Fullscreen. I have an application to Maker. I could also, help out. I haven't asked, but I could also help out with, Swag and Dragons Cruise Studios. And then there's that other thing that Jaden wants to do, Profusion. I have options. Jaden, however, if Modium Studios shut down, he only has two: become independent or actually launch his own studios. Which, I gotta actually say something. It may not actually be the best idea for him, because a studio is also a distributor to other people. Meaning that he would actually have to fund other people's projects. And let me just say something: you won't even catch Jaden caught dead giving money to other people for them to do their own thing. You'll never see him doing that. Unless it's like a birthday or, I don't know, special occasion, you'll never see Jaden do something like that. And no, I cannot blame him. Not only that, but statistically, Jaden, I don't think he can structure himself to maintain a studio. Now, let me explain. What I mean by this is that, looking at Jaden, actually he's getting into it, but he doesn't really, he's basically this DC of Warner Brothers. He rarely produces content, and, he's having, a little difficulty just maintaining himself and his own fan base. Imagine what would happen if, for say, Miguel decided to join him, and he would have to also work with him. It wouldn't even last. Everything would just collapse, because actually, me and Miguel were talking about, saying what would happen. He said Miguel said that he would just do Princess App Studios, and Jaden said that he would join him, but there was something I actually forgot to tell Jaden, and that was that Miguel Escobar was actually planning to create an independent studio. Now, what does that mean? For those of you guys who are not in the entertainment business, who are not in the business of filming and entertainment, an independent studio is like Marvel Studios. They make their own studio and they distribute their own content. For in this case, it's going to be Jailbroken exclusively, and another project that I guess I might as well reveal now. Miguel's working on another project. It's going to be related to Uplink, but yeah, that's kind of what I mean. So for short, Miguel's never really going to let Jaden in his studio because it's just him. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want anyone else in it except like people helping out from time to time. Now, that's only like if Modium Studios decided to shut down in the next month or so. Not only that, but Jaden also said something about like creating a music department or whatever. That's kind of the thing. I saw that soundboard that Jaden had. It is phenomenal. But the thing is, why hasn't Jaden actually offered that to Modium Studios? I'll never know. Like the thing is that I don't know. It's like I feel like if we actually relied on Jaden for that, he would just like keep it exclusively to his projects and projects he approved, and that's a no. That is a no. I guess that's why like if Jaden said, like he would be like the guy that would say, okay, you can use this, but I'm the only one that can approve the projects, and that's like a no. I'm not gonna like, no. I'd rather get my own soundboard, have everyone else distribute their music for free, and for any project they want by bypassing any like asking privileges, than to actually have to rely on someone else to say yes or no. Thing is that Jaden is a little bit known to turn people down on those kind of things, and that's kind of what I mean. And for example, if Jaden actually had a fight with someone else in the studio, like for say we have another war between Miguel and Jaden again. Thing is that they would Jaden would fire Miguel, or Miguel will fire Jaden, or those two won't even talk to each other. And that's kind of where Modium is. Like, Modium Studios, regardless of how many fights you have with a president or a CEO or whatever I should be called, we're not going to fire you for it. I mean, you would actually have to do something that breaks one of Modium Studios' codes, and that's not... Fighting with someone else isn't really part of our code, and we'll never fire you for that. Also, I might as well make this announcement. On June 1st, when we relaunch this studio, we're going to jump right into the MCU, the Modium Cinematic Universe. What do I mean by this? During this time off, I'm going to be writing, like, I'm going to go back into the PC Part 2 script, and I'm going to be restructuring the script. Then... I'm going to be doing Batman vs. Superman and Justice League kind of style thing, where I'm going to be jumping back to back, because PC Part 2 and PC Part 3, I am going to jump back and back to development, because I can now guarantee you that these things are going to happen this year. Thing is that will Jaden Subas be in it? I actually have been planning to recast him, because I don't know. Like, I have a constant fear that Jaden is not going to be in the film because he will say, like, oh, I just can't make it. And I understand him, but, like, I want to film in these particular days, so I'm going to need a backup for Jaden. And I already have a couple options. First option would be Nico. Second option would be one of the Swag and Dragons teams, if he even is still in the project. I have no idea. We're going to start, like, pre-production, filming and post-production, editing, and all this other good stuff on June 1st. We're going to go and we're going to jump back to projects. hopefully it turns out good. Alright, peace.